Thank you for tuning in to Crokinole Center, coming back at you with another fantastic matchup from the Belleville Crokinole Challenge in September of 2022. After two full round robins, we have the top four players. Nathan Walsh finishing in first will be now playing against Tracy, who finished in fourth. The other semifinal you can see in the background of the second and third place finishers, Andrew Hutchinson and Ray Bierling. Not the first time these two have squared off, and not even the first time these two have squared off in Belleville. Not even the first time these two have squared off in a semifinal in Belleville. This is a rematch of their 2017 head-to-head match, with Tracy taking that matchup. So Walsh will be out for some redemption here. Jeremy gets to start with the opening 20. Walsh then missed, and now we're getting into some what we call real crokinole, getting away from that 20s race. A little bit more strategy coming into play here. Tracy trying to just keep Walsh away from any opportunities to even up that 20 count. Nice little takeout and roll away there. Probably leaves Walsh. Yeah, he did leave Walsh the opportunity to get back, but not really a great 20 opportunity. Achieves the hit and stick out in the 5. This point, it looks like Walsh is trying to draw a mistake out of Jeremy, keeping things on his side of the board. A little bit of a tricky shot through the alley there. Tracy achieves that, but also leaves Walsh with an even better opportunity to get tucked behind a peg. Checking out his options, drops to the left. Looks, well, nope. Checking out all the options. Always good idea. Oh. Did he choose poorly or did he execute poorly? We're not sure. Either way, he leaves Walsh the opportunity to get back into this match. Drops that open 20. Now, if Walsh is able to drop this, they will tie their opening round. Fantastic lesson there. Tracy was in command of that, and Nathan used some good strategy. Was able to just keep play on his side of the board and drew a mistake out of Tracy, which opened the door for him to get back in that, and ended up with a tie instead of losing that first round. Tracy, being a bit of a prima donna here, says he needs a little bit more of the magic schmutz in order to be able to play up to par. We'll see if that playing wax helps him out or not. Walsh opens the second round, draining an open 20. Tracy goes long, quite heavy, not even just a little heavy, quite heavy on that. Almost pulled the Super Steve going out the far side. Nathan leaving it fairly well posted. Tracy gambles and wins on that one. He is able to get that bounce back 20, which Walsh basically erases by just dropping to the side, draining an open 20. Tracy still looking for a way to manufacture a 20 and get himself back into this round. Walsh leaves the door open a crack. Let's see if Tracy's able to use the takeout, then the pin. Kind of hard to tell by his facial expression, but I don't think he was happy with that one. Electing to peel, force things back to the middle. He didn't see much opportunity. Wasn't interested in playing on Walsh's side of the board like he did last round. Walsh slips out of that center hole, but it is not the most amazing leave. Tracy going for the follow-through, misses again, and worse yet, leaves it on Walsh's side of the board. Probably going to be forced to peel here again. Forced to try to peel. Walsh does the smart thing, troughs his own shot, leaving Tracy absolutely no opportunity to get back in that. Had he gone for an open 20 on Walsh's last shot, had he gone for an open 20, he absolutely ran the risk of setting Tracy up to get back in and tie that round. So doing the pro move, troughing his shot, and securing the 2 points in that second round, taking a 3-1 lead. Taking an extra second to reset here before this third round. Tracy to start, Walsh with the hammer advantage in this third round. Coming up short. Is it close enough for Walsh to work with and get a drop back 20? Yes, I would say from that overhead view, it definitely is. Not a gimme, but Walsh didn't need a gimme. He just needed a chance. Tracy decided he was not coming up short on that one. Kind of bang, slammed that one into the hole. Oh. Walsh coming up very short, pulling the Steve, opening the door for Tracy to get back into this match, into this round. Now they're back on track, draining their open 20s. Walsh definitely has his touch back. Going shot for shot here. Probably heard me say this before, but sometimes people think a 20s race is boring. I assure you, when you are the player in that 20s race, it is anything but boring. The later into the round it gets, the more devastating it is if you are the first to miss. So the pressure just mounts and builds and piles up. Tracy, knowing this, takes an extra second to reset, clear his mind. A little bit of a miss hit there. I think something happened that he came up short. Walsh going for the rollaway. Very close to the line. Players discuss it and determine that that button was in fact touching the line. So we're back to the 20s race. Oh. Not only did it lip out, it lipped all the way out of the house. All Walsh needs is a valid shot in order to take this round. And he does one better, draining his 6th 20. That was 6 20s to 5 in that third round. So really good shooting, really good 20s race. Walsh coming out on top yet again, taking a 5-1 lead in this race to 9 semifinal. The winner of this match will go on to face the winner between Andrew Hutchinson and Mr. Beer and a Joke himself, Ray Beerling. Players off to a good start here, each draining their opening 20. Tracy the first to miss again, giving Walsh a definite advantage. Great pullback by Walsh. Probably going to force the peel out of Tracy. There it is. Bringing play back to the middle. Walsh right back to business, draining another open 20, taking a 4-2 lead in that 20 count. Tracy can do nothing here except drain his open 20s and wait for Walsh to make a mistake. And yeah, he misstepped one of that, which is draining his own open 20s. Nathan needed to do nothing more than just a hit and stick. He's got a 220 lead here with Tracy only having 2 shots left. Tracy needed to drain that to have any chance. And yeah, Walsh knows that he's got this in the bag at this point. Just needs the takeout. Yeah, nothing to do but blast. Inconsequential, as Nathan Walsh would say. If you enjoy these matches, make sure you like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, as Nathan Walsh himself is the mastermind behind this Crokinole Center YouTube channel. Show him some love. Make sure you are well aware every time a new match comes out and hit that subscribe button. Here we go. In a race to 9, Walsh has a commanding 7-1 lead. Tracy squares himself away, hits that opening 20, which he absolutely needed to do. They're right back to this open 20 race. Walsh, a rare miss, giving Tracy a little breathing room, a little bit of hope to get back into this match. Oh, nice little roll away there. Gets the takeout and brings his shooter back out of the house. Probably going to force a peel out of Walsh. There it is. Tracy drains that opening 20. Now it's his turn to be up in the 20 count. He is against the hammer, but he's on the what we like to call the right side of the 20s race. They're going back and forth, but Tracy is one ahead. Oh, there's the mistake that Walsh was looking for. He's left a hanger. It is quite heavy, though. Definitely not an easy Yeah, and just great weight just to titch off on the angle. Now Tracy's going to be probably going back into defensive mode. Nice spot for it there between the pegs. Walsh was able to get that takeout, even able to catch a peg and bring his disc back to toward the middle. Just had a little too much mustard on it and goes all the way off. Back to the 20s race we go. Tracy drains that, putting a lot of pressure. Nathan needs 2 20s with his last 2 shots, and he needs Tracy to miss. Here we go. If Tracy gets this, he will secure the 2 points. There it is. Nathan with his final open 20, which is basically nothing more than a practice shot to get ready for the following round. 7-3. Tracy showing he's got a little bit of fight left in him here. Walsh will be the first to shoot in this round. Drains that opening 20, putting the pressure on. A little long. Not a great position for Walsh to be able to get a 20. He's probably going to play defense. Ooh, I'm pretty sure he was looking to roll a bit further away than that. He's left an opportunity, which Tracy is unable to capitalize on. The players have a little debate here over whether that was a nice shot or not. Walsh is saying it's a nice lead. Tracy saying he'd rather see his button be in the center hole. It definitely was a tricky spot. You see, Walsh was not able to keep his original disc on. His shooter stayed on at least. Now Tracy's probably going to want to take that out and do something to disrupt the other. Yeah, he wanted to move that other one. A little too much power on it, and Walsh has an opportunity to have a really commanding lead here, although that is a tough shot on the offside. Oh, 3 pegs, and then a 20. A little gamesmanship there, as Tracy did not want to pull it out. He wanted to force Walsh to take out the 20 that he had sank. Oh, Walsh with another tough error there. Definitely leaving the door open. Let's see if Tracy's able to make him pay for that mistake. Not really. He leaves 2 on. He's got the hammer, but he definitely, a 20 at that point would have been much better outcome. Walsh looking at all his options. I don't think he likes any of them. Not seeing a great opportunity for a 20 for him, and there is absolutely, I think that's what he's saying to Tracy now, there's an opportunity that he was worried he was going to bump one of those turquoise buttons into the center. Back on track, Tracy drains the open 20, really putting the pressure on at this point. Walsh, unfazed, drains his open 20. Tracy has secured at least 1 point in this round. And, yes, Tracy is in control here with an extra 20 and 15 on the board. He took an extra second to make sure that it would be very upsetting to trough your shot and then realize that you needed to shoot that final disc in order to win the round. Here is the low light of the round as Walsh catches at least 3, if not 4. How many pegs was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pegs. I think, yeah, 4 pegs in order to drain a 20 for his opponent. Tracy says, thank you very much. I'll take 2 points and consider myself firmly back in this match. 7-5. Tracy the first to shoot in this round. Appreciating the generosity from his opponent. He gives it right back, sets him up to take a commanding lead in this match. I shouldn't say commanding lead, but definitely an advantage. Walsh with the hammer, and he's on the right side of the 20s race at this point. Unable to capitalize, but he is got himself in a pretty nice spot because Tracy forced to do nothing more than take out and hope that he is able to create a better opportunity as the round goes on. Looking at his options, let's see if he's going to try for a bounce back here. He did. Didn't execute it, but again, not a terrible spot. Yeah, it's one of the great things about having the overhead footage of these matches, because from this you get a little better idea of what Walsh is up against as he explores his options here. Not in love with any of them, I wouldn't say. Nicely done. Opts for the touch. He may have opened the door for Tracy to drain a 20 off that. Oh. Maybe should have taken a little more time there. I think that it wasn't a gimme, but it was definitely there. It was definitely a possibility, and just a little misfire on the execution. Now, if Walsh is able to take this out, he's going to have 3 of his discs on to Tracy's 1. Definitely where he wants to be. Loses 1 of his own. Leaves 1 in around the center, but has been the case a lot today. Not the most amazing leave for Tracy. Looking at his options, decided which one was right for him. He was just a little off on that follow through 20. A lot of thinking going on right now as Walsh is trying to decide. Yeah, he wanted to keep a shooter on, but he's definitely in command of this. Feels a little pretentious talking about myself in the third person, but Tracy's sitting here exploring his options. Each player with 2 shots left. It's also one of the things I love about a match that isn't timed. It allows the players to really stop and consider. During normal round robin play, you've got 8 minutes, and you might be able to take a couple seconds to explore your options, but yeah, you need to make quick on-the-fly decisions, whereas now we get to see the best possible match as these players are discussing the options. I feel like I know what Tracy's thinking here. If he just does a hit and stick in the 5 and Walsh does the same thing, then yeah, there's just not if it plays out on the outside, then Walsh basically has it. He can be left with 1 of Tracy's discs in the 5, 1 of his in the 10, and he wins on the board because they're tied in the 20 count. So Tracy's looking at the low percentage chance here. He's going to try to go through his own and bring his shooter into the house. Unable to achieve that, but yeah, even in retrospect, as I sit here and look at it, I still, yeah, the execution was wrong. Speaking of, Walsh definitely did not mean to roll into the house on his. If he had just done a hit and stick on the outside, Tracy would have been really hooped. At this point, Tracy has the opportunity to try to take that out and go for a 20 off one of those pegs. So basically, a couple of misfires by these players. Tracy was able to catch the peg, but yeah, at this point, all Walsh has to do is complete a valid shot, even if it's just touching that 10-15 line and only worth 10 points. Ooh, just like that. He almost blew it long. And yeah, good friendly handshake between these two friendly combatants. Again, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe, because I'm guessing the video that will come out after this one will be the finals. Between the winner, Nathan Walsh won this semifinal, so he will be up against whoever wins that other semifinal match between Andrew Hutchinson and Ray Bierling. Stay tuned. Make it a great day.